beautiful sunny day here on the Isle of Man. I'm parked up at one of my favourite spots in Peel by the castle. I thought it was long overdue that I made another video about my epic cross-Canada trip, and I won't bore you with all the details of how that came about. If you follow the link, you've just seen a preview of travelling from Halifax, Nova Scotia over towards Quebec, which is where we'll start today. And I've put together a bit of a slideshow, show you some of the sights of Quebec town and then onwards to Niagara Falls. So it was just over 2 years ago now, well, nearly 3 years to be honest. So enjoy the show. Cheers. Well, Quebec City was amazing, and as I left I decided I would bypass Montreal and Toronto and Ottawa because I'd have time to check those towns out on the way back. I only had 3 months to do this trip, so it was onwards and a bit of a diversion. Right up hard onto the USA border, down south of Toronto, Buffalo, the Niagara Falls, of course. Amazing is all I can say. Well, that was amazing, Niagara Falls. The only problem with it was the tourist side was pretty over the top. For my UK viewers, I would call it Blackpool on steroids. But the falls themselves were absolutely amazing. As I mentioned, I had 3 months to do this trip to Alaska and back, so I wanted to press on westwards fairly quickly at this stage. So it was on into the wilderness of Ontario, and it's a big place, Ontario. So I made an overnight stop in a place called Parry Sound, and I then took advantage of something called Boondockers Welcome, which I'd already used in Nova Scotia and made some good lifelong friends. Hi, if you're watching, you know who you are. And I overnighted with a nice married couple. And as it turned out, he played the guitar, and we had a bit of a jam session into the evening. That's what these trips are all about. Well, I'm just going to butt into the slideshow here. When I was driving my RV across Canada, I've got very unusual number plates. Originally my RV had Swiss number plates, but I'm retired and I've gone back to live on the Isle of Man. Now, the Isle of Man is not part of the UK, it's in the British Islands, but we have our own government and we have very, very unusual number plates. The Isle of Man is known worldwide for its motorbike races, the TT races. So I'd already had the event of driving along through the wilderness on these highways and bikers coming up behind me, overtaking me, slowing down, coming back, pulling in behind me, looking at my number plates, then coming in front of me and waving at me madly to make me stop, and then getting really excited and talking about the TT races, which I like, but I don't really know that much about motorbikes, but that was quite good. Anyway, this guy, there was a torrential rainstorm and it was so bad I had to pull off the highway on Lake Superior. And this biker came and knocked frantically on my passenger door and asked if he could get in and shelter from the rainstorm. And I said, yeah, it's only water, isn't it? And I have a shower and bathroom in the RV with towels, so water doesn't do any damage. So he got in, took his helmet off, and we got chatting. And from my accent, he asked me where I'm from. And then I just said, I'm from the British Isles. And he said, oh, it's my dream to go to the Isle of Man TT. My friends have all been and I want to go. And the rain had just started to stop. So I said to him, just get outside and take a peek at my number plates. Because my RV is left-hand drive, so I could have been a Canadian for all he knew. He gets out and has a look at my number plates and he couldn't believe it. So that was one of many similar encounters along the way. Anyway, it was a great event and everybody smiled.